So like an example of what we might wanted to do was, okay, so basically we don't have a strange portal coming from the look of our team, but that's really what we should be doing right now. Like I would have recommended you doing it, but if you didn't do it, this guy should have done it, right? Then he can bring back this other healer and then we can do it. So basically what we want to do is like try to survive in, you know, keep her alive and try to have the team survive in general for a little bit and try to group up and get people into good positions as much as possible. And then we can attack the point. That's like kind of our only option right here, right? So we can just sort of continuously hit her and make her back off. That's one option. Kind of have to do that because we have to take the damage off of her. Yeah, which she's just gonna get killed anyway. There's just too much going on. So there really wasn't any options there, to be honest, besides the portal. But both times I'm a little both times here I was a little surprised by, like, I'm wondering what you're thinking about and how you're approaching, you know, what do you want to make happen in the game, right? What do you think of what's happening? Who are the people and what are they doing? So now we got to get back with the team. So this is like, it's just now started. This is the main pathway. It's going to be coming through here. And then you also have this part. So when we were walking out, what we saw was we can see these guys. So we can see this. So I'm basically thinking I immediately want to do anything I can to divert focus. You know, since I'm not a ranged hero, I want to do anything I can to try to help out here. You can take another route. You could just try to go straight for flanking or covering the card or something else. So I'm wondering what you were thinking there. You know, what's the idea? What's the plan? Yeah, so unfortunately they didn't really do anything to save their own life. You know, he's just out here. But it's very difficult for him. But I'm very confused by your actions, right? You don't want to go in there and die. But if you can divert attention, then this might trigger him to sort of try to get back. And then if we can keep him alive, then it would be you, healer, healer. And now we have the Hela as well. So I'm not really sure. I mean, this is generally really bad. This is kind of like a meme thing to do, where people like, the in game, they just like stand there and stare at somebody for like some sort of meme effect, right? But yeah, you can see how much you got punished for it. They're all right there. This is a full fucking team fight. This is 4 players fully engaging, and you're like standing here looking this way, and then they all, I mean, they're right there, right? They gang up on you and they take a bunch of health instantly. Got a you know, a lucky kill on the little guy because he was just sitting there for no fucking reason, I guess. So I'm not sure what you were doing there, but that's what I'll say about that. Why did he even go there? Oh, okay, he went there and he took damage. So he was trying to be, what do you call that? A superhero. He got punished for it. Alright, so this is happening. Yeah, in general, we're not really, I would say, I would try to, sorry, getting a little amped up. So I would try to say, we want to use cover, right? We want to play the game like that, and we want to sort of try to protect these ones and stuff like this. Because like when we're standing here, like everybody can hit us from every angle, right? So it's like we're kind of playing with like no, I'm gonna give you some tough love, some harsh words. We're kind of playing with no strategy right now. We had no plan, no strategy, no, our behavior in the game was like 0 strategy. It's like worse than gold right here. We basically are the #1 problem with the team when we do something like this, right? But again, it's a little bit harsh words in the sense of like, because other people are going to be making mistakes, I promise, you know what I mean? It's not like it's that simple, you know, the what's his name? Gambit maybe could have done something different. Maybe he was like not factoring map knowledge and factoring in where his team will be or whatever the problem was. But he was being, you know, and that's the other thing too, is like you can just die early and go back up with your team rather than staying alive for no reason. That's another point. I assume you're aware of that point, but I'll just skip over that for now. So now what happened in the game? We went to regroup, and that's actually fine because the cart hasn't gotten that far, and they sort of feel very confident, and they're all pushed up, so they're kind of spread out. So we have a good situation to team up and get back into the game here. So this is what we don't want to happen. We don't want this guy to go in by himself with no healers on the board. We don't want this guy to be playing in an area where he can get hurt with no healers on the board. Because if they die right now, then we'll have to start all over again. There we go. Perfect example. Now Gambit is running out here. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is classic gold gameplay, right? Of not being together. So that's also like you made that mistake as well. Gambit dying here was a residual effect from the was still from the first fight. He just happened to stay alive for that long. So that's a mistake, right? He should either try his hardest to survive and come back to the team, or he should just die early and team up, group up again. But you didn't group up either. You stood right here in front of the enemies where they could just destroy you from every angle when you didn't have a team with you. You only had a healer. You know what I mean? And so it's like you're, like I said, you can divert attention. That's what I was saying at the beginning, right? But that would be like to try to maybe get them to stay alive, but you don't like commit to that because you want to group up, right? You don't want to be the lone person getting fucked by the other team. So it's like basically we want to stay back here, and we can even get pushed back here. And then once we have like all of our team, now we can push out. So like we can push out here. Maybe some people take the high ground, and then we're sort of trying to get on them here, and the ultimates start to come out. Yeah, it's kind of too early to play up here, but yeah. All right, stuff like that. So it's gonna be tough from this point out. So we've met back up with the healer. That's good. Yeah, he got killed quick by the little one there. That will happen. Okay, but I thought we looked weird when we were coming out. So, like, I'm gonna critique this as well. Alright, so right here. We just kind of have our cursor looking at the ground. We don't seem ready. Like, this is the game, right? We're not walking out. Like, it's not like my team just killed the whole enemy team. Everything's clear, and I can just walk out without a care in the world. It's the opposite of that. The enemy team is extremely active and alive right now, and we're the ones at a disadvantage. So that's the situation. And it's like, this is what our crosshair is doing. It's looking at the ground, and it's not active at all. It's not going around the corner. We're acting like we're taking a Sunday walk through the park, right? And we see the exact opposite of a Sunday walk through the park. But yeah, there's nothing we can do to like a double hit. He's very, very strong. I use Black Panther and I cheese games sometimes. But if we were more active, we'd have a better chance there, right? Maybe we could have stunned him early, done something like that. And now it's like, what should we do? Should we stand here and fight back and forth? Or should we go back to our team, right? I'm alone. I don't have a healer with me. If I could kill this guy, great. But basically, I'm playing a team game, right? I'm thinking about the macro. I'm thinking about the map. I'm thinking about what we got to do next. What we got to do is have a team fight. All right, that worked, though. That's nice. And we can see that these two just died. So we should probably follow up on that, right? Because two people just died. You know, we kind of just, yeah, like we're like, we just need to get in a team again. So kind of we can either try to fight this, but it's a losing fight once we see this guy, and then she'll probably die pretty soon. So then we can just try to get back as much as possible. Maybe pick up some last second heals on our way back. And we needed to get the team back, right? Alright, so that's nice. We ended up killing him. So now what's in our mind, right? What am I just engaged with Black Panther, but what am I really thinking about the game? Where does the game need to go next? What do I need to do next? Am I surprised? Am I looking around, wondering what's going on with the people? Or do I already know? Because I can see these two are right here. I know how the map works. And I'm ready to, you know what I mean, get back with my team here. But it's fine. We died at a time where everybody else died. She wasted her ultimate. It's fine. Now, how the game is like this happened so far. So they're making good time now, and our last chance to stop them on this point is going to be like right on the point. That's fine. So this guy is just like completely engaging, even though his whole team is not back yet. Like, it's not that bad, but it's like he just kind of keeps going around walls and making it that. Well, I guess he was killing this guy, huh? So I guess it's worth it if he does that. Let's see. Yeah, what is this guy doing? Okay, so following up on this made sense. I thought he was just moving forward for no reason. But now he's doing that, and he wasted his ultimate. So this is where all the gold gameplay is coming out loud and clear, right? This is why we have so many chances to win these games, yeah. Stuff like this. But this was actually, in the context of this game, where they're having such a big cards advantage, this move actually, even though it probably wasn't calculated, this is just a fantastic, what do you call that? A detour, a distraction, a diversion. So, yep. So it seemed like we didn't know that our only chance was to go here. Our only chance was to go to the point. That's like the only thing that matters. All these other players, fights and all this stuff, none of it matters in the face of that we need to go here. So if I was on comms or if I was on, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mention it earlier, but what's our best way of getting to the point? We probably had enough time to get to the point if this guy just went directly there and we all followed him as fast as we can. But that's still going to be tough because that's like the advantage that you have when you're on point, right? You can stop the players, you can kill the players as they try to come in. So you pretty much want to do a strange portal. So that's something I would 100% give up. The ult charge. I would try to let people know, whether I'm in voice comms or I'm in typing in chat, portaling to point. Let's use ultimate, because I would also check that we have this ultimate. But so now we're at kind of a general disadvantage. This is like one of the worst ways that it can go. They got first point right off the bat, and it was uncontested. Nobody did a strange portal to come back. And we were a huge part of that. And trust me, I've done that so many times. I was the first one who died, and I just have to face the fact that, like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I can't blame it on anybody else. Like, even though other people also are making mistakes, it was like, that's a little bit too much of a mistake to make if my goal is to be a better player and to deserve a higher rank, right? So now they're continuing to waste our time, do a diversion, but they've already got the cart there. So it's not really a big deal anymore. Nice. Now we're starting to kill. So we just killed, and now we've won the team fight in this place, and the cart is back there. And it's not the end of the game. Like, they have 5 minutes left. But if we can perform a lot better through here, then we can bring that timer way down. Rather than making the same mistake that we've been making. Again, I'm a little hesitant on the gameplay that I'm seeing right here, because it looks like we're just not active. As far as, like, the crosshair is just kind of looking at the ground. We seem to be kind of like... I would just like a little bit more activity on the right thumbstick to be like, I'm ready to play. But it's also like kind of odd that we're taking this route. You know, what is our goal right now? It's like we're just having a team fight right here. This is their spawn door, you know what I mean? And we're... Yeah. I mean, what is going on with the camera? Sorry to, to be talking this way, but, like, I'm really, really confused. I can't hide it. Like, what are we doing? Why are we right next to the fucking spawn door, acting like nobody in the world can see us? Then we're just like, I'm gonna look this way. I'm gonna look this way. What are we even looking at? It's like, this is the team fight. I have a whole team. I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta challenge them right here. We're not, I mean, like... Alright. But, like, all of that was kind of unnecessary. That we were, like, just walking through the middle of the team and taking all that damage. And everything like that, right? I don't understand it.